is the most well, it's the first throw, and this is the best one, I think, because it's the opposite of what you're trying to teach throwing a baseball. So you always want to start, and again, it's the same. You're teaching the same mechanics. I want to have a strong front leg. My leg should not be going either direction. All right, my glove should be in here, tucked in. I'm gonna follow my hand. So like when I do this, it's not that, it's not like that, or like really trying to arch. It's like the same arm action that you would if you want to end up, low 350. So when you do it and you're following your hand all the way back to the one, like you said too, like the ball's not ending over here, you're doing it wrong. So like you want the ball to be up in, orange area. So that's really, because a lot of guys, it's not how you teach throwing, but it's to really, it's to kind of exaggerate the pronation out front. That's what you're trying to. So you're starting with the ball facing you. Again, all weird stuff, and you're coming around your head here. And again, same sort of thing. The ball's always kind of facing you. You're throwing through the wall.
And that's the part where when I watch guys do it, it's always here.
Yes.
Until the very last.
Yep. And the whole reason for that is because you're just trying to create pronation up the chain. And that, when you do get here, the ball's still facing you. Yeah. And that's kind of the point of this too. The ball's pretty much always facing you, and that's creating that pronation. And so when we do that, this arm can kind of hang out, but again, you still want you want to you want it to go there, and then obviously come in. So it's very similar. That's why it's good to wear the glove, because you kind of feel all the same stuff that you would do.
You can sit and throw your arm all over the place.
Yeah. A lot of guys just that does not do anything. So it's here. Haven't felt that one at all.
Is there a posture thing to this, like in terms of the user goal?
280 is 27 too.
Should I be up? Should I be over? What's the? Or is there
So it really, you just kind of want to end up in the same spot.
Okay.
So you're not gaining ground, right? It's all happening kind of through the upper back, mid back.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really what you want to create. So if your feet are moving too much, you don't want that. Your feet really shouldn't move that much. You're going to pivot a little bit, but there's no
step afterwards.
There's no ground gain, nothing like that. So you really want to make sure. So it's here, and that arm too. Come here, and you're creating that separation.
All right.
And that's another that's great for what we were talking about before with last time I was in, just how you're teaching how to the controlled fall. So the walk and throws can be the same thing, except really it's just step in here. Weight's going forward, and you're just throwing like normal. But it's easy. It's easy. So it's really, you gotta focus on obviously creating that energy forward, and then the landing's really important.
Yeah.
But it's really the first 5 throws of this aren't going to be I'm trying to throw this thing through the wall. It's going to be I'm trying to get the feel for this heavy ball that I'm throwing that's new, and just feeling myself out front, getting the mechanics. So it's just. And again, same sort of thing, right? Not aiming too low. You go, again, so 2 sets of 5 with this. Now you're really starting to kind of ramp up. You did that one. You always start with that one first, then you're just going to do that figure 8 drill. You're doing a figure 8. And now you kind of want to start getting out and finishing a little bit, and kind of working down a little bit. And then you do a set of this, a 5 with this.
Actually, it probably makes sense when I put stuff on the wall to put a line.
So this drill, a little bit more.
Because it's lower.
You're
going to be lower.
You're going to be lower. And the big focus too on this is you really do want guys to reach out, extend, and finish, as opposed to, a lot of these are really focusing on the arm action and pronation and stuff. So this is something that you kind of want to finish down with. And then this would be the last thing you would do. So again, early on, I would probably start with this combination. So like it'd be 2 sets of 5 again, and all you're doing is now is that it's a walk and throw, but starting to get going. Yeah, that's the same thing. So you're gonna want to do 2 of 5, I think, with this, with just feeling all that stuff out. But yeah, and then just getting that going, I think then you're kind of ready.
Yep.
And so each exercise is gonna get 20 reps 2 times. So we're just holding it here. And when guys do this too,
Yep.
you want to make sure that they're feeling it in the back of their shoulder.
Okay.
They start feeling it in the front.
Yep.
That's probably because their elbow's either too high
Yep.
or they need a lighter ball.
So they're saying that you're keeping your elbow and the ball shoulder height,
Yep.
right?
And you're catching it pretty much at shoulder.
Shoulder height, okay.
You know, you're not really catching it down here.
Right.
You're not catching it up here.
Right.
You're catching it at shoulder.
And we want good posture. That's if we lose our posture, then we need to go lighter on the ball.
Exactly. You're gonna be on the ground. And so with this one too, same thing. You want to make sure the elbow is tucked in
Yep.
and not flailing out, not too low. You just want to do that, and you're catching it pretty much where you throw it.
Yep.
Same thing. And 2 sets of 20 on this too.
Okay.
What that's going to do, that's going to help these guys recover a little bit after they throw their bullpens.
Okay.